Hello everybody, this is Pamela Parrish coming at you with a video update. I'm sorry my stream got cut off, but the complainers have taken down my live stream. I don't give a damn who it is. But as you all know, the coronavirus has really played hell with a lot of businesses. It's not just Kmart, Sears, Macy's, Charles Entertainment Cheese, Chuck E. Cheese, is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. And due to the coronavirus, their businesses have really taken a hit. And I, for one, am glad that they are filing for bankruptcy protection because they are not equipped to do takeout with the coronavirus. I've seen them on Grubhub. Let's see, the article I had, if I could pull it up here. Let's see if I can go over here to, let's see, Chuck E. Cheese bankruptcy. Okay. Let's see. Amid nationwide restaurant reopenings, family-friendly arcade and pizza place Chuck E. Cheese is filing for bankruptcy protection. Parent company CEC Entertainment Incorporated filed for bankruptcy today after 43 years of business, it announced in a statement on Thursday. Let's go to Variety for this. Variety magazine. You could go online and you could look at it for yourself. I'll post the Variety article compared to the last one. Let's see. Amid nationwide restaurant reopenings, family-friendly arcade and pizza place Chuck E. Cheese is filing for bankruptcy protection. The parent company, CEC Entertainment Incorporated, has filed for bankruptcy today after 43 years of business, it announced in a statement on Thursday. Though the chains have been struggling before COVID-19 had hit, and its prolonged closure, it announced in a statement today that the pandemic was the final straw. Though CEC had reopened 266 of its stores, that includes Chuck E. Cheese and Peter Piper's Pizza, as states begin to ease coronavirus restrictions, it has been clear that families won't be hosting their kids' birthday parties there anytime soon. CEC will continue to offer carry-out and reopen some of its 734 restaurants in 47 states and 16 countries while they negotiate their debts and leases. The Chapter 11 process will allow us to strengthen our financial structure as we recover from what has undoubtedly been the most challenging event in the company's history, said the CEO in a statement. And I'm not going to mention the name. Chuck E. Cheese had been in operation since 1977 when Atari co-founder Nolan Bushnell opened its first restaurant in San Jose. It was under the name Showbiz Pizza Time Theater, and they say in the midst of competitors like Dave & Buster's and trampoline parks, CEC began to revamp its restaurants after CEC was purchased by Apollo Global Management in 2014. This included updated video game technology, as well as serving coffee, beer, and wine to appeal more to parents. In recent months, CEC offered delivery on popular food apps under the alias Pasquale's Pizza and Wings. But since the restaurant made a name for itself from its dining experience, it wasn't enough to stay afloat. Yep. So they aren't really prepared to handle the current state of business. And I can't say it wasn't surprising to know that they were filing for bankruptcy, because over the last several years they went from having a big exposure on places like PBS or say Cartoon Network to absolutely nothing for television audiences. They used to have paper coupons that would come in your mailer. You don't even get paper coupons anymore. Everything is digital. And when COVID hit, it was the nail in the coffin for this type of business. Um, and the reason why I don't mention the CEO's name, because they want to go for sensory experiences. That I can understand that. But there are those that love the puppet theater. For some of us, it was a big experience to go and hear older music like the Beach Boys and the Beatles, and even the day the music died. Billy Bob was one of the original characters of the Pizza Time Theater, who had a story tape where it talks about the day Buddy Holly died in a plane crash with Richie Valens and the Big Bopper. And he would sing songs by Buddy Holly, and that takes a lot of guts for the original proprietors or the original creators of the animatronic band to do such a storyline and give kids a sense of history in terms of music. Nowadays, it's all garbage. And because of that, kids have lost interest in the animatronic band, and they go to video games, like the skee ball type games or Deal or No Deal type games. I can't say that I'm surprised. I think it was expected because I don't think very many people were going to the CEC near me anyway. So, and with COVID, we could be in this thing. The COVID situation, we could be in it for the long haul, and it's something that we have to learn how to navigate and try and work our way through. I know it's been hard on a lot of parents in terms of the schooling and now summertime. And now we're unsure what's going to happen this fall, whether we're going to have more cases or not. But I can't say that I'm not surprised. But Chuck E. Cheese is going to bankruptcy. I hate to say it, but it's not expenses. It's not surprised. But let's see. Yeah. But Variety magazine says that CEC has filed for bankruptcy protection. And it says in recent months, Chuck E. Cheese offered food delivery on popular food apps such as Grubhub under the alias Pasquale's Pizza and Wings. But since the restaurant's made a name for itself for its dine-in experiences, it wasn't enough to stay afloat. But the comments on the Variety article are as follows. One guy named Tony says, "Want to give a shout out to China for the virus, and a special congratulations to a dumb electorate that shut down 98% of people in an economy that they didn't have to and continue to. I remember my dad telling me, work smarter, not harder." And another one under the name Anonymous says, "Thank goodness, that place is nasty." I'm going to post my own 2 cents. Since they decided to kill off the robot band, the place died for me. It was my exposure to oldies oldies music. After the CEO made the choice to rip him out, the place died for me. You know, and it's sad. I mean, it really is. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. But some people thought the place is nasty, and I'm inclined to agree, and I'll explain why in a minute. Because, you know, they've been having a lot of problems for a lot of years. Chuck E. Cheese has had a lot of problems for a lot of years. Parents causing fights, you know, parents and kids causing fights, and it didn't feel like a safe place anymore. I mean, I like to go in over there for lunch and watching some of the current shows that came out. And the last good animatronic show that they've had was the 80s program. So, yeah. After that, I really haven't had a chance to get back to CEC, and you know, I'm kind of glad I didn't, because without my mom, it really didn't matter much to me. So, let me go back to my other account here. So, let me know what you think about the shutdown of CEC or the bankruptcy of CEC. Perhaps I should have stated that a little better. How do you feel about the shutdown or the knockdown of CEC Entertainment? Me, you know, I'm kind of glad that the place is going into bankruptcy.
Hello, everybody.
Because it's just one of those things, you know. It wasn't meant to last forever, so you may as well kill two birds with one stone. And I don't care whoever flagged my live stream. I could give two shits about that. But somebody had mentioned to me that Aaron Fector could possibly be happy. I don't care about Aaron Fector. I don't like him, don't care enough about him. That is not his problem. You know, everybody is suffering from this pandemic. And to be honest, maybe it is time for Chuck E. Cheese to go. You know, that's just how I feel on it. Maybe it is time for Chuck E. Cheese to go. So let me go ahead and get this video up. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Again, I have decided to film this video because somebody had flagged my live stream for copyright problems. So, yeah. If that's what they want to do, they want to try and stop me from doing the right thing and talking about what I feel I need to talk about, think again. And I can't help it, you guys think that I'm terrible for not liking Aaron Fector. Not my problem. That's his. But CEC is filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. But I'm willing to bet that a lot of those places are going to close. And so much for the so-called stimulus package your president had offered up. Because it didn't help their business. And I had a feeling that something like this was going to happen. Very few of these places had gotten renovations, and even when they did, they quickly went back down in terms of quality and service. And they tried changing the mascot. That didn't work. They're trying to tear out the band. That's not going to work. And now with COVID-19, it was just the final nail in the coffin for CEC Entertainment. And I'm glad CEC Entertainment is going into the toilet. because their prices were high, and then you had people going in there and causing fights, and then to add alcohol to your menu to appease to the adults, you know, that's not going to work. It wasn't going to work. But again, Variety magazine, which I will have post below, has said that CEC, where a place where a kid could be a kid, is filing for bankruptcy protection. You could read all about it in the article below. Leave your commentary. How does it make you feel? But for me, I actually feel kind of good, because when you take away the make believe band, or AKA the Ray as I remember it, under Showbiz Pizza Place, when they take away a musical band like Munch's Make Believe Band and replace it with sensory stuff, I understand why they want to do that, but I think they would have kept the puppet theater for those that actually want the puppet theater. I don't care if it's just for the adults. I thought that the puppet theater was always fun. I remember going there as a kid and just loving the hell out of it. Going in there on a field trip and seeing how those things can work on a coin operated system, or you can run it by a computer. And it was great. We played in the little ball pit when they still had ball pits in there. We played video games. We crawled through the little tunnel thing that was built into the ceiling. It was a great time. Nowadays, you have parents that go in there. They let their kids run rampant, tear things up. I've heard stories where kids were drinking soda right out of where you get it from the little soda gun machine that you pour your soda into. And then you have people causing fights at these restaurants. Maybe it's good that Chuck E. Cheese gets buried with the COVID-19. Maybe a new and better business will come in. But with the way people act these days, it's kind of hard to see, because I know there was one place that opened up at one of the malls here in my city. I think it was up near Polaris, where they had like a place that had video games and rides, and I think about a day the day it opened or the day after it opened, they already had one fight there and they had to shut the place down. So yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with the crowd that goes into those places. But back when I was a kid, I remember going to Showbiz at least once or twice as a kid. I never got to have my birthday there, but a lot of my friends did. And I went to these particular birthday parties, and they were fun. And my mom and dad took us there one day, and, we were down there in Myrtle Beach. We went to one. And my dad got a kick out of the make believe band, or the animatronic band. And he says, "Well, that's pretty cool. They sing a lot of the old music." And I said, "Yep, of course." And it was a good way to expose your kids to Buddy Holly, Elvis Presley, and the Beatles, and even the Beach Boys. And then they have like these little in-betweens where you have like a costumed version of the character running around on a TV screen while Kool and the Gang played in the background, or played a music video like Tom Petty, like I Won't Back Down, or Running Down a Dream, or something. So, yeah. Somebody had said before my stream got cut off about Aaron Fechter, saying that he should be happy. I don't care anything about Aaron Fechter and his bottom line about these things. I heard he was mighty hard to work with. And I heard he made quite a few enemies. I can't say I feel sorry for him. Call it a lesson learned. Then, maybe something happened when Showbiz got transferred over to CEC. Maybe he should have kept his creations in his name. like Aaron Fector Enterprises Incorporated. But instead, something happened. A rift came between whoever was involved at the time, and this is where we are today because of that. I think part of it is the poor management of CEC and them not knowing how to change with the times. And you get owners of these businesses that don't care. Um, the one CEC that I used to go to all the time up until my mother died, it was way behind the times, and it wasn't even upgraded to the ADA guidelines, where you have to have an accessible stall for disabled people, and you have to keep your bathrooms clean. They even had a problem keeping their bathrooms clean. And a lot of people had made complaints. And I used to go there all the time. And one day I voiced my concerns and how dirty the bathroom was and how some of the light fixtures were broken and how the stage was not being kept up to snuff. And one thing led to another, and I met the district manager that oversaw some of the stores in my area. He invited me to come in, and I pointed out some of the problems, and he was willing to work with the consumer. That's the problem. People in the big corporations don't work with the consumer. They don't listen to what the consumer wants. And believe me, I've tried for a couple of years trying to get the stages back to where they could gain some interest, from the kids. But when you got owners that don't care, of course kids are going to lose interest. But let me know how you feel about CEC filing for bankruptcy protection. Me, I kind of expected it to come sooner rather than later because PBS had a lot of programs that they had helped sponsor and keep on the air in terms of educational programs for kids. And I remember getting leaflets in our mail or our newspapers for Chuck E. Cheese, where you could get a pizza and tokens for a particular type of deal. And those were the good old days. Nowadays, you rarely see CEC on any television station. But this COVID thing is not just hitting CEC, it is hitting places like JCPenney. A lot more Kmarts are going out, and some other stores are going out of business. And I don't think we're going to be through this COVID thing anytime soon. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. And I think a lot of parents are being smart because a lot of kids have gotten sick. A lot of people have died. Some people have heart issues. Some people have blood vessel issues. COVID is nothing to play around with. And I don't care whoever flags my videos because I said my displeasure about Aaron Fector, they're going to have to deal with it. He's made a lot of enemies with certain people, not just within the company, but possibly within the fandom. Maybe it is time for Chuck E. Cheese to go, and maybe a bigger and better business will take its place. Have something for everybody. Have a sensory area for those with autism. Have a stage show that kids and adults can enjoy together, and let them pick their music that they want those characters to play. And let those that want to play video games have their own space to play video games. That is all we ever wanted. But to take away a part of history because they say it's not relevant anymore and that it's run its course, I think most of those businesses are run by people who don't know what they're doing. But let me know how you feel about Chuck E. Cheese going by the wayside. I think it was a long time in coming, to be honest with you, because you've had people that didn't really live up to what Chuck E. Cheese could have been. You had owners or managers that didn't care. Places were falling apart. People causing fights. And then to add alcohol to the menu to appeal to the adults, that's going against to where a kid can be a kid. Because if you're going into a place where you know kids are going to be playing and winning tickets, and then you have to drive that child home from a particular party or a dinner get together, you're not thinking really clear if you're drinking alcohol. That includes beer and wine was added to their menus over the recent years. So that is not thinking within the business model. And because of COVID-19 coming in and messing up a lot of things, from doctor's appointments to your shopping experiences, movie experiences, CEC was not set up to take delivery orders. That was another nail in Chuck E. Cheese's rotting coffin. And I can't say I'm surprised by the bankruptcy protection. In fact, I'm kind of glad. Call me a bitch, call me an old fart, I don't care. A lot of fans were disappointed that these animatronic shows were being pulled out, and the younger generation that was starting to take interest in these puppet theaters will never know the joy of going to see an actual show. The only way you could possibly see those old shows now is via videotape, and you could find some of these shows on YouTube. But as to Aaron Fector, he doesn't equate in Chuck E. Cheese's future. He never will equate in Chuck E. Cheese's future. That's the truth. COVID has hit everybody. Even my own brother lost his job at Macy's. And my brother John said, and I quote, I asked him, would you consider going back to work even if it's just to clear out all their leftover inventory? And he's like, no, screw Macy's. Because at first they told my brother that he would be absorbed into the company and go to another business here in Columbus. Then one day, somebody called him and said he didn't have a job there anymore, that he would have to go on unemployment until they could find another job. And that could be a hard thing for him to do. He's still on unemployment and is still not able to find a job. So, yeah. But let me know how you feel about CEC filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. I would talk about it live, but some dildo flagged my live video for copywritten content or offensive language. This is not for kids. But let me know how you feel. Me, I'm kind of glad. Maybe it is time for Chuck E. Cheese to go and put in a bigger and better business. Well, have a good night, everybody, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.